Hello, grade 10. Welcome to another episode of Discussion. So, today we will explore the factors affecting the rate of chemical reactions and discover why some reactions happen quickly while others take a longer of time. Okay, so kung ating titingnan, napaka-simple ng words chemical reactions, but don't think it as a small matter, mga anak. Okay, so kung ating mapapansin, marami tayong mga naibigay ng mga chemical reactions, pero okay, yung mga reactions na yan, iba-iba yung speed of reaction. May mabilis, may mabagal. At ngayong araw na to, aalamin natin yung mga dahilan kung bakit may mabilis na chemical reaction at may mabagal na chemical reactions. Ano yung mga dahilan doon? So, I am Sir Wawi, your ever-curious science buddy. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe para lagi kang updated sa mga susunod pa nating science lessons. So for our learning competency, explain the factors affecting the rates of chemical reactions as applied in food preservation and materials production, control of fire, pollution, and corrosion. Okay, so factors. Actually, meron lang naman tayong limang factors na i-discuss na ngayon. Okay, yung mga dahilan kung bakit mabilis or mabagal yung isang chemical reaction. So for the learning objectives, explain the rate of chemical reactions, identify factors affecting reaction rates, describe how reaction rates apply in food preservation, explain the role of reaction rates in fire control, pollution, and corrosion. Appreciate the importance of controlling chemical reactions in daily life. Ayan po. So before we continue, short review muna tayo mga anak. Think about this. Why does food spoil faster outside the refrigerator? Bakit mabilis mapanis ang pagkain pag nasa labas ng ref compare pag nasa loob? Iron rusts slowly. Mabagal yung pagkalawang ng isang, let's say, bakal. Okay, fire spread quickly. Powdered sugar dissolve faster than cubes. Okay, so these everyday situations involve reaction rates, how fast or slow a chemical change happens. So yung mga nabanggit ko na situation mga anak, an example of chemical reactions, but they happen in different rates. May mabilis, may mabagal. Okay, kung ako yung tatanungin ngayon, alin yung mabilis na chemical reactions? Yung nasa taas. Pili tayo yung pinakamabilis. Actually, yung pinakamabilis dito is yung fire spread quickly. Okay, mas mabilis ang chemical reactions natin, yung pagkalat ng apoy, especially if given yung materials or yung nature ng substances, especially pag mga light materials like paper, okay, mas mabilis talaga yung ating reaction rates dito. Ayan. So, what factor might make food spoil faster outside the fridge? Ano yung factors? Ano yung muna? Nakakita na ba kayo ng nasirang pagkain? Naturally, most of us, baka naman nakakita na tayo ng napanis, ano ba yung dahilan doon? Actually, one of the reasons on this or yung pinakasagot dito mga anak is yung higher temperature. And temperature is one of the factor. Ito yung ating madidiscuss. Kabilang siya sa factors later. But i-explain natin siya later ng mas malalim. Ano po? So, higher temperature, bakit mga anak? Okay, higher temperature heat speeds up the activity of bacteria and enzymes, causing food to spoil faster. Mga anak, pag ang pagkain nasa labas, okay, syempre, nandun yung ating nasa labas, medyo mataas yung temperature dyan or average, okay, that's the good condition for a bacteria to multiply. Kumbaga, yun yung pinaka-habitat nila or pinaka-ideal condition para sila magparami. Yung medyo mainit-init na lugar at medyo wet. Okay, mabasa, basa. Pag nabigay yung mga conditions na yan, ang bacteria, magmumultiply talaga ng sobrang bilis. At anong ginagawa ng bacteria? Kaya anong mangyayari pag sobrang dami na nila? It will affect, okay, the quality of the food, okay, making it to, ano yung end nun? Masisira na, okay, pagdating ng araw. Okay, yun yung pinaka-reason. So, pag nasa labas yung ating mga pagkain, ideal condition, mataas ang temperature, okay, mabilis dadami ang bacteria. Okay, ayan po. Next, why do you think powdered sugar dissolves faster than cubes? Bakit nga mas mabilis matunaw daw yung powdered sugar compare sa cube sugar? Actually, kasama din ito eh. Kasama ito sa mga factors. Pero hindi ko muna babanggitin yung exact wording. Okay, so powdered sugar has a larger surface area. Yun, nabanggit na. So it comes into contact with water more quickly and dissolve faster than sugar cubes. Kung mapapansin natin mga anak, yung powdered sugar, yung maliliit, pag maliliit na sugar, halos yung buong parts na nila is naka-expose sa tubig. Okay, kumbaga, mas malaki yung surface area nila na nai-expose sa tubig kasi mas maliit na sila. Compared dun sa mga cube sugar, yung mga cube sugar, possible, hindi pa nare-reach ng tubig yung pinaka-middle part nila. Okay. Kaya, mas mabilis matunaw yung powdered sugar compare sa cube sugar. So, pagliit ng isang bagay, okay, especially sa mga powder, pagbilis nilang matunaw. Pero paglaki niyan, okay, pagbaba din or pag-decrease ng surface area. Kaya, mas mabagal din silang matutunaw. Okay, next. Which situation shows the fastest reaction rate above and why? Nabanggit ko na naman, actually, it's fire spreading quickly because combustion is a rapid, okay, a type of combustion reaction nga. It's a rapid chemical reaction that releases heat and spreads fast once it starts. Especially kung yung nature of substance is given, like mga light materials. Okay, so for our activity number one, fast or slow reaction. So sasabihin yun mga anak sa akin kung ito'y mabilis na reaction or mabagal. Okay, magbibigay lang ako ng mga situation. Okay? Sige. So in science, okay, we already discussed this. A chemical reaction happens when substance change into new substance. Ano? But not all reactions happen at the same speed. Hindi lahat same speed. Okay, may mga mabagal, may mga mabilis. Some reactions happen very fast, like fireworks, exploding or burning paper. Other reactions happen very slowly, like iron rusting, which possible it takes months, years, over many days, or milking turning sour. And po. So the reaction rate refers to how fast or how slow a chemical reaction happens. So yung tinatawag nating reaction rate is ang tinutukoy is kung gaano kabagal or kabilis nangyari yung isang chemical reactions. So, ayan, tinignan natin kung fast or slow. Fireworks exploding in the sky, it's fast. Iron forming rust over mats, it's slow. Burning paper, it's fast. Milk turning sour after a few days, it's slow. Cooking an egg, it's fast. Okay, so di ba? Okay, madali lang naman natin ma-identify yung fast and slow chemical reactions. So which example above shows the fastest reaction and why? Of course, yung fireworks. Okay, so fireworks exploding in the sky because it happens almost, di ba, almost instantly and releases energy very quickly. Kumbaga pag release talaga is, ayun, makikita na natin yung streak of light sa sky. Okay, agad-agad, almost instantly. Okay, which examples shows the slowest reaction? Why? Okay, iron forming rust. Kasi possible antay tayo dyan ng days, months, or even years para makakita na ng visible results ng kalawang. Okay, hindi agad kasi yan ang yayari. Ano po? Give one real life example of a fast reaction not mentioned above. May mga alam ba kayo na reaction na mabilis? Okay, in real life. So, lighting a matchstick, pwede. Fire spreading in a trail leaves, explosion of gas, stove ignition. Okay, so kung meron pa kayong ma-extract sa mga bata ng mga simple examples, like for example, baking soda and vinegar, pwede naman, it's chemical reaction. So, yung mga na-experience nila, pwede yun ang inyong kuhaning sagot. Ayan, so these are the factors affecting reaction rates. Actually, we have five. The temperature, concentration, surface area, catalyst, and the nature of substances. Okay, so first muna is the temperature. Ano ba yung temperature natin? The amount of heat in a substance. Higher temperature makes reactions happen faster. So tatandaan lang natin mga anak na pag mataas ang temperature, mas mataas or mas mabilis yung reaction rate. Concentration, the amount of a substance in a given space. Higher concentration means more particles leading to faster reactions. Tatandaan natin, pag mataas yung concentration, mas mabilis din yung ating reaction or chemical reactions. Surface area, the amount of exposed surface area of a material, smaller pieces react faster because more area is exposed. Pag mataas ang surface area, mas mabilis ang chemical reactions. Okay, especially dun sa mga small pieces or powder. Yeah. Catalyst, substances that speeds up a reaction without being used up in a process. Ito naman yung mga substance na parang tumutulong para mapabilis yung reaction pero hindi sila nagagamit during reaction or chemical reaction. Kumbaga parang sila yung lang tagatulak pero hindi sila involved doon. Okay, kumbaga ayan, mga yung kumbaga sa mga nag-aaway ay let's say sila yung mga ano nga tawag doon? Yung parang paamboy, hindi kayo parang paamboy sila yung mga enzymes na nagpapabilis. Yun talaga ang binigay ko example. Ang dami example. Baka naman, oy, beware guys ha. Ayan. So, pero yung ating mga nagpapaamboy, hindi naman sila yung involved dun sa nagsuntukan for example. Ay, ganun. Sa chemical reaction, yun yung mga catalyst natin. Sila kumbaga is nagpapabilis. Nagpapag fast forward. Okay, pero hindi sila involved. or hindi sila mismo yung nag-react. Okay. Nature of substances, the type of materials involved. Some substances naturally react faster or slower than others. Magbibigay ako ng very specific example dito. Like for example sa fire. Okay, meron tayong fire. Nature of substances, alin yung mas mabilis magre-react sa fire? Yung paper or yung stone? Siyempre yung paper, di ka? Kasi nature of substances, type of substance. Okay, mas i-discuss natin ito through an activity today. So, the first factor, we have temperature. So, for our simple experiment, pwedeng ipagawa ito sa room. Madali lang naman ito, hot water versus cold water effect. So, observe what happens when a substance is placed in hot water versus cold water. Meron tayong materials like 2 cups. Okay, cold water, hot water. Siyempre, 2 cups nga, yung isa ay cold ang laman, yung isa ay hot ang laman. And then sugar, pili lang kayo ng dadalhin nyo, sugar or coffee and powder, coffee powder or salt. Okay, so kung yung sa ating cup A is sugar, dapat sa cup B ay sugar din. Kung coffee ang ginamit nyo, dapat coffee din yung sa cup B. Okay, so para same. So for the instruction, prepare 2 cups. Cup A is cold water, cup B is hot water. Add the same amount of substance, sugar, coffee powder, or salt. Coffee powder or salt. So pili lang kayo dun sa tatlo. In to both cups at the same time. Stir lightly, pwede naman. Pero kung halimbawa, in-stir mo yung cup A, dapat stir mo din yung cup B. Okay, observe which one dissolves faster. Okay, so temperature, again, what is the temperature? So everything around us is made up of tiny particles that are always moving. It is stated in the particle model of matter. Okay, that all matter is made up of particles that constantly, okay, even the particles in solid, they move through vibrations, diba? Okay, and then in a chemical reaction, these particles need to collide, bump into each other. So para mangyari, okay, yung isang chemical reactions, dapat ang mga particles magko-collide. Okay, pagbilis ng collision, pagdalas ng collision, okay, mas mabilis yung reaction rate. At paano sila bibilis or paano dadalas yung collision? Pag mataas yung temperature, nag-gain sila ng heat energy, mas bibilis yung kanilang, what do you call this? Movement, and then yung collision mas dadalas. Para silang na-recharge. Okay, pag nakagain sila ng mas madaming heat energy, mas bumibilis sila. Tumataas ang kinetic energy. Okay, so the more often and the more strongly they collide, the faster the reaction occurs. Okay, when we increase temperature, we add energy to the particles. Parang pinapowered up yung mga particles pag nagdadagdag tayo ng temperature. Okay, this makes them move faster, gumagalaw ng mas mabilis. As a result, particles collide more frequently, nagbabanggaan sa isa't isa ng mas madalas and with more force, leading to a faster reaction or faster dissolving process. Yun yung nangyari. Pag tinataas natin yung temperature, tumataas ang kailang mga kinetic energy, nagbabanggaan sila, okay, bumibilis yung reaction rate. For example, sugar dissolves faster in hot water. Yan pala yung reason. Kaya pala mas mabilis matunaw yung sugar sa hot water kasi nag-gain yung mga particles ng sugar ng heat. Okay, yung mga particles ng sugar, okay, na nag-gain ng heat, bumilis yung movement. Okay, kaya mas mabilis silang matunaw. On the other hand, when the temperature is low, pag mababa ang temperature mga anak, ito yung nagiging resulta. Mas mabagal din yung galaw ng mga particles. Pag mabagal ang galaw ng mga particles, syempre, hindi sila magko-collide ng mas madalas. So, ibig sabihin, it means fewer collisions happen. So, the reaction takes more time. So, may reactions pero mabagal. Okay, ano po? So, record your observation. Which cup dissolve the substance faster? So, yung ating cup A is yung hot water and cup B is yung cold water. Which cup dissolves slower? So, guide question, in which cup did the substance? These are the answers. Pwede namang i-screenshot para, kasi i-reveal ko na yung sagot. So, in which cup did the substance dissolve faster? The substance dissolve faster in hot water or cup A. Okay, bakit mas mabilis nga sa hot water? Kasi nga po, yung mga particles ng sugar, they gain heat energy. At pag mataas ang heat energy or pag mataas ang temperature, mas mabilis ang chemical reactions because the particles move faster, okay, and collide with one another more often. Okay, what difference did you observe between hot and cold water? Yung napansin natin, hot water made the substance dissolve quickly. Mas mabilis talaga. Okay, while cold water made it dissolve slowly. And then, how does temperature affect the speed of a reaction or change? So, tatandaan natin, higher temperature increases particle movement and collisions, making a reaction faster. Yun lang ang tatandaan. Pag mataas ang temperature, okay, pinapabilis noon yung movement ng mga particles ng bawat matter, Okay, and then, mas madaming collisions, mas mabilis yung reaction rate. Okay, lower temperature slows particle movement, making reactions slower. Okay, ayan po. So, ito rin yung mga dahilan mga anak kung bakit, what do you call this, matagal, okay, matagal mapanis or masira yung pagkain sa refrigerator. Sa refrigerator, okay, malamig yung temperature, pinapabagal niya, okay, yung movement ng mga particle, okay, and then, yung accumulation ng bacteria, pinapabagal din niya. Okay, and then, pag mainit naman, okay, mas mabilis masisira yung pagkain. Kasi, the more na mainit, mas bibilis yung pag-multiply ng bacteria. Okay. Next, cold storage versus fire spread simulation. So to understand how temperature affects reaction rates in real-life situations such as food preservation and fire spread. So meron tayong 2 cups of water, okay, ice cubes and warm water, okay, small pieces of tissue paper or breadcrumbs, ayan, tray or flat surface, optional lang naman. Okay, pwede itong ipakita ng teacher through a video simulation or demo. Pwede rin picture or pwede rin ipagawa mismo sa bata. Place equal small pieces of tissue paper or breadcrumbs into 2 cups, one with cold water and one with room temperature water, and observe which one breaks down or spreads faster. Kumbaga, meron tayong dalawang cup. Yung isa is may cold water na may ice. Yung isa naman is yung nasa room temperature or pwede rin warm water. Okay? Ayan. So, part A, food preservation, cold temperature effect. Prepare 2 cups, a cold water na merong yellow. Cup B, room temperature water na warm. Okay, place equal small pieces of tissue paper or breadcrumbs into both cups. Observe which one breaks down or spreads slower. So, condition, temperature, cold, cup B, warm. So, ito yung yung cup B natin is yung water at room temperature. So, sa cup B, yung speed of reaction niya slow. Okay, sa cup A rather, yung ating of reaction is slow. And cup B, warm, fast. Bakit po? Okay, bakit sa cup A ay slow yung ating reaction rate? Kasi nga, gaya nga natin yung sinabi sa first activity, pag mababa yung temperature, pinapabagal niya yung movement ng mga particles. Okay. At pag pinabagal niya yung movement ng particles, mas mabagal yung reaction rate. So, warm water may konting energy. Okay, since may energy, okay, mas mabilis yung reaction rate kasi yung mga particles mas mabilis din gagalaw. Okay. And then, pag mabilis gumalaw, marami yung collision. Magko-collide yung mga particles, okay, making the reactions faster. Okay, next. Guide question. Which setup shows slower changes? I-build ko muna yung mga sagot. Which setup shows slower changes? The setup with cold water, cap A. Okay, with ice water, show slower changes. Kasi nga, pagbaba ng temperature, pagbagal ng galaw ng mga particles. How does cold temperature help preserve food? So cold temperature slow down bacterial growth and chemical reactions, which helps food stay fresh longer and prevents spoilage. Ito yung nasabi ko na kanina. What is the connection between temperature and reaction rate? So tatandaan natin mga anak, temperature affects the speed of reactions. So higher temperature is equal to faster reactions. Lower temperature is equal to slower reactions because of particle movement and collisions. Okay? So activity number 4, reaction rate in the air pollution simulation. To understand how concentration of pollutants affects reaction rates in the atmosphere and leads to environmental problems like smog and acid rain. So for the materials, we have 2 clear containers or cups. Okay, cups of water, food coloring, dark color like blue or red, dropper or spoon, okay, and paper towel for cleanup. Ano? So place equal amounts of food coloring into 2 containers, one with low concentration and one with higher concentration. At the same time, observe which spreads faster and compare the difference. So tanda natin, concentration. In a chemical reaction, particles must collide for the reaction to happen. These particles can be atoms or molecules found in substances. The speed of a reaction depends on how often these particles collide. So, concentration. Ano ba mga anak yung tinatawag na concentrations? Okay, so pagdami ng particles ng isang bagay, pagtaas ng concentrations. So, pag madami yung particles sa isang lugar or sa isang space, okay, ibig sabihin, mas marami yung chance na yung mga particles na yun magbanggaan. Okay, mas bibilis yung chemical reactions. Pero pag sa isang lugar, konti lang yung mga particles, Possible. Magkabagaan pero hindi yung very frequent. Ano po? Okay, so mas madaming particles, ibig sabihin, mas mataas yung concentration, mas mabilis yung chemical reactions. Kasi nga, when the particles collide more frequently, mas bibilis ang chemical reactions. So, concentration refers to how many particles are present, tamang sinabi natin, in a given space or solution. When concentration is high, there are more particles packed in the same area. This increases the chance that particles will meet and collide with each other, leading to faster reactions. So, for example, when you mix a strong, high concentration solutions, reactions happen quickly because there are many particles interacting at the same time. On the other hand, in a dilute, pag sinabi natin dilute, low concentrated solution, like for example, meron akong juice, isang baso, naglagay ako ng powder, one powder ng, let's say, juice. Okay, yun ay may high concentration pa. Pero, pag nilagyan ko pa ulit yung baso ng, let's say, isang timbang tubig, okay, pag inagyan ko, yun ay bababa yung bababa ang concentration, magiging dilute siya. Ibig sabihin, mas madami na yung tubig compared dun sa mga particles before. Okay, there are fewer particles, so collisions happen less often, making the reaction slower. So, doon, pag mataas yung concentration ng isang bagay, madaming particles, mas mabilis yung reaction. Pero pag konti lang yung mga particles, dilute or low concentration, okay, mas mabagal yung chemical reactions. In real life, this concept can be seen in air pollution when there is a high concentration of pollutants from vehicles, okay, and factories. More chemical reactions occur in the air. These reactions can produce harmful effects such as smog and acidity. Okay, so meron akong simple experiment dito. Pwede rin ipagawa to sa mga bata. So procedure, prepare 2 containers. Container A with clean water, low concentration. Container B, water with many drops of food coloring, high concentration. Add the same number of food coloring drops at the same time into both containers. Okay, observe how fast the color spreads and mixes. Compare the difference between low and high concentration. Okay, so yung ating container A, yung water lang, few particles, low concentration yan. Container B, high, meron na tayo sa siyang mga food coloring na nailagay pa una, many particles. Sa container A, yung ating reaction rate is low. Kahit naglagay tayo ng isang water droplets doon, mabagal pa din yung reaction rate kasi diluted pa yung ating um, container. Pero pag tayo naglagay ng um, food coloring dun sa container B na mataas ang concentration, mas mabilis na yung pagkalat or pagmix noon kasi marami na yung particles na nandoon sa container. The more particles, the more chances na mag-collide yung another particles sa bawat isa. So, ibig sabihin, mas bibilis yung chemical reaction. Okay. So, doon sa ating container A, konti lang yung, wala pa siyang food coloring or clear water pa, pag naglagay ka ng drop of food coloring, yun pa lang yung mga particles originally yung magko-collide. Wala pang particles sa doon ng food coloring. Pero dun sa container B, meron na. Okay, kaya mas mabilis. Pag naglagay ka ng food coloring, mabilis na yung pag-interact ng mga food coloring kasi may mga particles na before doon sa container. Nag-guess ba ako? Tatandaan lang natin, pag maraming particles sa isang lugar, mas mabilis yung reaction. Pag konti, mas mabagal. Okay, so these are the answer. In which container did the color spread faster? The color spread faster in container with high concentration, which is container B. Kasi mas maraming particles, the more chance of collision. In higher concentration, the color spread quickly because there were more particles. In low concentration, the color spread slowly due to fewer particles. Okay, how does concentration affect the speed of reactions? Okay, higher concentration increases the number of particles, leading to more collisions and explain ko and faster reactions. Lower concentration results in fewer collisions and slower reactions. How is this related to air pollution in real life? So, higher concentration of pollutants in the air increases chemical reactions that can form smog and acid rain, causing environmental damage. Tingnan natin mga anak, ipaliwanag natin how does smog and acid rain form. Unahin natin yung acid rain. Pag mataas ang concentration ng pollutants sa air, let's say maraming vehicles and factories yung nag-release ng pollutants sa ating atmosphere. Itong mga pollutants na to, let's say mga, ano ba yung mga karaniwang meron sa ating mga pollutants, let's say carbon dioxide, ano pa yung meron na carbon dioxide, sulfuric acid. Okay, yun yung mga meron din yan na mga chemicals. Ano po? Okay, ano pa? Nitrogen. Okay, nitrogen oxides. Okay, umaakyat sila pataas sa ating atmosphere. And then, pag umakyat yung mga pollutants na yan sa atmosphere, hahalo yan. Saan? Hahalo yan sa tubig sa ulap. Okay, at pag itong mga particles na yan, nung umalo sa tubig sa ulap, okay, nagre-react sila at nakakabuo sila ng acids. Imagine mo na lang mga anak, pag sobrang daming sasakyan sabay-sabay nag-release ng mga pollutants, mga factories. At yung mga pollutants na yon nag-interact or nag-react dun sa tubig sa taas. Kada interaction nila or reaction nakakabuo ng acid. Ano yung pag bumagsak yung rain, ano na po? It's acid. May kasamang acid. Okay, so which is very delikado. So pag mataas ang concentration ng mga pollutants sa taas, there are mas malaking chances na makabuo ng acid rain. Okay, which is a bad effect. Ano, yun ay isang example ng chemical reaction sa taas na medyo masama sa atin. Pero hindi naman yun mangyayari kung tayo naman ay careful din naman. Ano po? So, powder versus black reaction challenge. To observe how surface area affects the speed of reaction. Okay, so meron tayong two pieces of the same material. Magpadala na lang kayo. It's either chalk, sugar, cube, or tablet. Pero yung isa is nakaturog powder. Yung isa naman is buo. Mortar and pestle or spoon to crush, 2 cups of water, and then stopwatch. Place a whole solid piece in one cup and same amount in crushed powder. Form in another cup filled with equal water and observe which one dissolves faster. So in a chemical reaction, particles react when they collide with each other. The more particles that are exposed, the more chances there are for collisions to happen. So surface area refers to the amount of exposed outer surface of a substance. When a substance is broken into smaller pieces, its surface area increases. This means more particles are exposed and available to react. So, doon sa ating kanina binigay na powdered sugar and cube sugar, ano po, pagliit mo, halos yung buong katawan mo na exposed na. Diba? Pero paglaki mo, yung cube sugar, yung mga labas lang ang na-expose sa'yo. Pero yung pinakagitna mo, middle, hindi pa, tago pa. Okay, so ibig sabihin, mas malaki talagang chance na matunaw yung mga maliit compared sa malalaki. So, for example, a sugar cube dissolves slowly because only the outer surface, okay, is in contact with water. However, crushed sugar powder dissolves faster because it has larger surface area, allowing more water particles to interact with it at the same time. This is what I'm talking about. Okay, next. In chemical reactions, increasing surface area leads to faster reaction rates because there are more opportunities for collisions between reacting particles. This is why powders react faster than large solid pieces. Okay, so in real life, industries use powdered materials in processes like cement production, pharmaceuticals, and fertilizers because the increased surface area allows reactions to happen more quickly and efficiently. Okay, so procedure, prepare two samples, whole solid piece, large black, crushed powder, same amount, just smaller pieces. So pili na lang kayo ng kung chalk is chalk ha. Fill 2 cups with equal amounts of water. Place sample A in cup 1 and sample B in cup 2 at the same time. Observe which one dissolves faster. So let's say sample A, solid black, slow, powdered or crushed, fast. Okay. So, ito po ang atin. Which sample dissolved faster? The powdered crushed sample dissolved faster. What difference did you observe between the black and powdered form? The powder dissolved quickly because more surface was exposed, while the solid black dissolved slowly because only the outer surface reacted. Okay, how does surface area affect reaction speed? Larger surface area increases exposure of particles, leading to more collisions and faster reactions. Smaller surface area results in slower reactions. Why do industries use powdered materials in productions? Powdered materials react faster due to larger surface area, making production process quicker and more efficient, like for example, cement, pharmaceuticals, and fertilizers. Number 6, catalyst in action, simulation. So to understand how a catalyst speeds up a reaction. So meron tayong 2 cups or containers, warm water, sugar or salt, spoon for stirring. Okay, optional po yung ice natin. Ayan. So for the instruction, prepare 2 cups of warm water, add sugar or salt to both, and then without stirring 1 cup and with constant stirring in the other. Observe which dissolves faster. So yung isa po, okay, hinahalo natin. Yung isa naman ay hindi po ano. Okay, so sige. So catalyst, in many chemical reactions, some processes happen very slowly and may take a long time to complete. To make this reaction faster, scientists use a substance called catalyst. So ano ba yung catalyst? Ang mga catalyst mga anak ay isang substance na nagpapabilis ng chemical reaction na hindi na uubos o nababago sila sa processes. Ano po? Okay. Next, a catalyst is a substance that speeds up the rate. Okay, a chemical reaction without being used up or permanently changed during the process. So this means it can help the reaction happen faster but remains the same after the reaction is complete. So catalysts work by lowering the activation energy, which is the energy needed for the reaction to start. When the activation energy is lower, more particles can react easily, leading to a faster reaction. Kumbaga, yung catalyst pala, pinapababa niya yung activation energy, yung parang maximum requirement, okay, para ma-activate yung reaction. So, pag pinababa niya yung activation energy, mas bibilis. Let's say, magbibigay na lang ako ng pinaka-specific. Let's say, may maximum, standard, para ma-trigger yung reaction. Kumbaga, ang gagawin ni catalyst, siya yung papababain niya. Okay, yung pinaka-requirement doon para mas bumilis yung ating chemical reaction. In our body, actually, we have a natural catalyst, the enzymes. So, in our body, enzymes is an example of catalyst. Okay, especially ginagamit natin ang enzymes sa digestive system. Ano po? For example, in cars, catalytic converters use catalysts to speed up reactions that turn harmful gases into less harmful substances. So catalysts are also used in industries and food processing to make production faster and more efficient. So meron ako dito ang experiment. Prepare 2 cups warm water plus sugar or salt. No stirring. Cup B warm water then plus sugar or salt with constant stirring. Observe how fast the sugar or salt dissolves in each cup. Compare the results. Okay, so no stirring slow, stirred continuously fast. Which cup dissolve the substance faster? The substance dissolve faster in cup B with stirring. What helps speed up this dissolving process? Stirring helps the particles mix and collide faster, speeding up the dissolving process. How is stirring similar to a catalyst? Kinompare lang natin ha. Okay, so like a catalyst, stirring helps speed up the process. Parang yung stirring yung naging catalyst para dun sa cup B, mas mapabilis yung chemical or yung reaction. Pero kung wala yung stirring, okay, mabilis kaya? Hindi po. Ano po? Why are catalysts important in industries and vehicles? So, catalysts help reactions happen faster and more efficiently. In vehicles, they reduce harmful emissions, while in industries, they speed up production processes. Actually, mga anak, meron pa akong simple example dito. Ang catalyst, mga anak, para silang mga traffic enforcer. Bakit? Okay, para alam ng traffic enforcer sa kalsada. Okay naman, nakita na, no? Hindi siya ang sasakyan, di ba? Yung traffic enforcer, hindi siya sasakyan. Pero tinutulungan niyang mapabilis ang daloy ng trapiko. Okay, ganun mga catalyst. Okay, ano po? Next, number 7. Which substance reacts faster? So, to observe how the nature of substances affects the rate of reaction. So, meron tayo again, 2 clear cups, cups of water, and then meron tayong sugar and sand, and then spoon. Add 1 spoonful of sugar to 1 cup and 1 spoonful of sand to another cup with equal amounts of water. Stir both equally and observe what happens to each substance. So, in nature of substance, not all substances react at the same speed. Some substances react very quickly, while others react slowly or may not react easily at all. This difference is due to the nature of substances involved in the reaction. The nature of substances refers to the physical and chemical properties of materials. These properties affect how easily particles interact and react with one another. Some substances are more reactive because their particles can break apart, combine, or collide more easily. For example, sugar dissolves quickly in water because it easily mixes with water particles. On the other hand, sand does not dissolve because its particles do not interact with water in the same way. In chemical reactions, some metals react rapidly while others react slowly depending on their chemical properties. So the type of substance involved can therefore affect the speed of reaction. Substances can react easily will have the faster reaction rates, while less reaction substances will react more slowly. Okay, meron tayong experiment. Fill 2 cups with equal amounts of water. Okay, add 1 spoonful of sugar, and then sa cup man ay 1 spoonful of sand. Stir both cups using the same speed and time. Observe what happens to each substance. So cup A, sugar fast. Cup B, sand slow, no change. So which substance dissolves faster? The sugar dissolves faster in water. What difference did you observe between sugar and sand? Sugar dissolved and mixed with water, while sand remained at the bottom and did not dissolve. How does the nature of substance affect reaction? So different substances have different chemical properties. Some react or dissolve easily, causing the faster reactions, while others react slowly or not at all. Why do some substances react faster than others? Some substances are more reactive because their particles interact and collide more easily, leading to faster reactions. So, tatandaan natin, okay, isa sa mga factors of chemical reaction is yung nature of substances. Hindi basta-basta tayo magdidikit lang ng two substances. Kung hindi yan nag-i-interact, okay, walang mangyayaring reactions. Okay. So let's proceed with the formative assessment. Okay. What happens to particles when temperature increases? A, they stop moving. B, they move slower. C, they move faster. And D, they disappear. Correct. It's letter C, they move faster. What do reactions happen? Or why do reactions happen faster at higher temperature? A, fewer collisions occur. B, particles move faster and collide more often. C, particles become smaller. And D, water evaporates immediately. Correct. It's letter B, particles move faster and collide more often. Which condition slows down food foliage? Okay, slows down at high temperature, strong sunlight, refrigeration, or boiling. Letter C, ano, refrigeration. Higher concentration means fewer particles are present, more particles are present, no collisions happen, slower reactions always occur. Correct. It's letter B. More particles are present. Why does polluted air cause harmful reactions faster? Pollutants disappear quickly. There are more polluted particles reacting. Air becomes colder. Water absorbs all pollutants. Correct. It's letter B. There are more polluted particles reacting. Which material reacts faster in water? Large solid rock, powdered material, thick metal plate, or whole stone? Correct. It's letter B. Powdered material. Why do powdered substances react faster? They have smaller mass, they have larger surface area, they are colder, they contain water. Correct. Letter B. No, they have larger surface area. What is the function of the catalyst? A, stops the reaction completely. B, slows down reactions. C, speeds up reactions without being consumed. D, changes into a new substance permanently. Correct. Letter C, no, speeds up reactions. Which is an example of catalyst application? Refrigerators, catalytic converters in cars, ice cubes in water, rusting of iron. Correct. It's catalytic converters in cars. Nabanggit ko to kanina. Number 10. Why do some substances react faster than others? Because of their chemical properties, because they always have the same particles, or because they never collide, or because all substances react equally. Correct. It's letter A, because of their chemical properties. Okay, so hopefully you learned something today about the factors affecting the rate of chemical reactions. See you again in our next lesson.